Whoa, what are we, we're pulling in here? What are we doing?
John Deere guys.
What's this Case IH? Titan Machinery.
900 cyclo air planter needs a few parts on it, and this is where we're coming to get the parts. Check out some red equipment today.
Had to make another stop here at the John Deere store.
Check on the kids, see what they're doing. Check on our new sprayer.
Been to the red store, been to the green store, and funny, I didn't film it, but we actually also made it to the blue store today.
Oh gosh, we did. We only spent money at the red store. That's what's funny.
And the green store.
Yeah, I got a few parts for the planter. Shut that thing off. Let's go.
We are back at the shop. Grabbed the 445 and 420. Giving them a little bathy bath. They are for sale. We ended up getting a different tractor mower that's going to replace both of these. We got a new broom for the mower we got, and it's going to have a 62-inch deck to quite a bit newer machine. The mowers are washed. Yes, washed with an R. Mustard. Just got a pneumatic power luber. He's gonna go around and grease the quad. Remember the pins that need to hold the seed meters on. Ta-da! Turns out these ones are actually too long. We might have figured out why we lost a bunch. Sticking out like an inch over there. We had to plant some late corn really deep, so we rolled it down to this notch in order to get it in the ground. What happened is this gauge wheel comes up and it almost hits that pin and it just knocks the cotter key out. The pin vibrates loose and you're missing a pin. And we don't normally plant that deep. Usually we're about right here.
Never experienced that before.
I swear this planter just doesn't want to be done and ready to go. It's funny. This is hilarious. Obviously with the stud, we're like, oh my gosh, gonna have to weld it, get it out. We got lucky. A complicated thing turned into a super easy thing. And then a super easy thing now turns into a complicated thing. It's just funny how that always works out like that. It never, ever, ever fails. It is what it is. My little peg leg, look, here, get up there, you got it. Use that thing. Yeah, use that thing to your advantage. Oh, my little peg leg. What are you up to? Another wood console, the 9430? Look at that.
I've only had it made for a year. That's what makes them unique. They gotta have their own mounting bracket out in the end. You gotta fab it off of your guidance monitor and make it look like you didn't scab it in there. This is called Vanilla Ice. I wanted to do a little lighter color than this to try to match this, but sometimes you put a stain on it and you're just like, I guess that's what it is.
My brothers-in-laws and my husband, Bucky, owns me a steak dinner. I'm cutting down volunteer trees for them. I have my hacksaw. Let me tell you, this is my second year having my Milwaukee hacksaw. It's just battery powered. It's really good because it's lightweight and it's something easy. I can just grab and go. And then I got some Tordon from local store, and I'm just killing little volunteer trees today that could possibly, you know, ruin equipment. As this tree gets taller, it could touch the line, so another good reason to get it out. These gloves, my father-in-law got me in a size medium, so they fit my hands really good, so I wear them all around. On the right glove, he put my nickname, so it's easy to just grab and go. Been making sure that I've been wearing these gloves, especially when I'm dealing with chemicals. I've also been wearing my safety glasses just because you can just see how prickly all of these are. Decker's here. He's gonna help me clean up all those trees. We got some good piles going.
Megan thought it'd be fun to come cut down some trees out of the fence row here on the highway. Beautiful day, it's a little sloppy. Truck's gonna be a little muddy, but that's all right. It's your fault if we get stuck.
No, it's because you drive it forward.
Just remember who's here in the muddy field with their pickup. Get it muddy to pick up your trees. I think the best option is go all the way to the bottom and go back up the waterway. So far we're
cruising right up the waterway just fine. That's the only reason we're getting out of here. To no surprise, we made it out. Look at that. I don't make them off-road for a reason.
Fired up the 4840 and wash up the bat wing. That way we can kind of put this away. As good as it's gonna get. The process has begun.
This is a rocker arm.
Rocker arm.
It's rolling on the camshaft. It's pushing your valves down and then pushing your injectors down when to fire.
Finally, take 4840 down, put it inside. Should have done this about a month ago.
Beautiful sunset.
Gonna walk back up to the shop. Really nice out, not too chilly, it's enjoyable. Look at that, a big one coming in hot. I suppose probably no better opportune time. Just getting everything pulled in for the night. The 430's taking a leak.
Yeah, she is.
What are you doing, Bucky?
Injector sleeves.
You nervous?
Always.
So that's what it looks like with the new cup installed. And there's a slot without the cup.
You can see the holes narrower. It's
Yep.
the cup for the injector. There's coolant on this. You can see the holes down in here on this one. See the
Yep.
holes. Those are where coolant is going around. It's cooling the injector. So those cups, they go in there. These are the new ones, obviously. We gotta extract the old ones. So putting the new ones in.
I just finished getting all the injector cups in. Bucky got the first two injectors put in. I was getting ready to put the third one in.
$1,500 a piece.
Whoa.
Yeah. Foot cramp. Oh.
That easy.
Yep, that easy. Pop them in, pop them out.
Gosh, I feel bad for the guy who has to edit these videos.
Okay, Bucky, what you got going on now?
Kind of initially getting the rocker arm cover torqued. This is the actual rocker arm. Pushes down. They're rolling on the camshaft. So that pushes your valve, your camshaft right here. It's rolling. It's pushing your valve down, your intake and exhaust valve to open and close them when the piston's coming up and down. Right now I'm going to torque the rocker arm itself with these clamps and hold downs, and then we'll adjust our valves. And that's a whole process, but we got to get this torque down first before we do anything else. 22 foot-pounds plus another 90 degrees. Good morning, good evening, wherever you're coming from. Good day, YouTube. We got our injectors out. We got our injector cups, sleeves out. We got our new cups installed. We got our injectors installed. We got our rocker arms on. So now comes time to set the valves. On this engine, it's got an overhead cam, and that camshaft has a lobe where it pushes down on the injector. That's what injects your fuel. There's a whole process to go through, rotating the engine 120 degrees at a time to set injector preload and set valves on different valves based on where the camshaft's at. I'll put you guys on a time lapse and we'll go through that process. I'll read the book about 4 more times just to reiterate the process so we only have to do it once.
You know you're aching when you're talking to your ghost. The solitude is striking and you know that you are lost. Chasing my own shadows, you know I'm stuck in the same track. Stumbling in the darkness, seems like nothing leads me back. Give me something now so I can feel the pain again.
Got all our valves set. See by all our marks on there. Just mark them 1 through 6. It just makes it easier. So you're not just counting every time. You just look at it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My intakes, mark those. Intakes are on the right. Kind of see there. You got an I and an E. So we got all the valves set. You got to roll the engine over. You set the preload on the injector, and then you set valves. And there's a specific order. There's grooves in the camshaft that line up with a timing pin. I'm doing a little cleanup on some tools. We'll clean this valve cover where the valve cover gasket seals, and then we'll calibrate some injectors, and we're gonna start her up.
Oh, hey there, little Bucky.
Oh, hey.
You are almost done.
We're getting close.
Put the valve cover on.
Oh, water buck.
Water buck.
Put some lemon lime Gatorade in there. That's right. Actually sounds smooth for a 13.5 at idle. Well, gotta let it run, warm up, check our coolant. It's gonna start a lot better than it did also. It does sound really good. You know what would make it sound better?
Chrome straight pipe.
Big old, what is that, like 12 inches? That's a 12-inch stack. Put it in the comments. A link for us to find a 12-inch stack for a 9430. Man, Dad's gonna be so happy. Planter tractor.
Planter tractor.
2023.
Need to pop this down a little bit anyways.
Yeah. The crawler.
We're having a little discussion here on the AKA X Games mounting. I've got a bracket made for here, but I have it off because there might be some slight adjustment. I'm going to glue this piece to here and screw it from the bottom. We have to cut this cutout here so when the screen comes around and it swoops through there per se. And I think that the trim in here would just, I mean, be over the top cool. It would be. It'd just be trimmed up all in there, and then there'll have to be a little bit of trim piece right here because this is where you're going to set your cell phone right there. I hope you didn't hear him, because when someone says you can't do it, that just intensifies everything that I do. This will be the only 9620 probably on the planet that has this in here.
I bet you can't do it.
He has no idea what goes on up here. No idea. About a week from today, you're gonna see this puppy in here. To be continued.
Just getting the shop all cleaned up. We're gonna back the planter in right here so it's out of the way. Then we gotta pull the 9430 back in, top off any coolant, and change the oil. Just get it serviced up. Pull the big house in.